Aloha, welcome to Tutu's haw-lay. I was watching another video yesterday, and it hit me when it was a live video, so they were saying hi to everybody that was coming on, and they could pronounce tutu, but were not sure how to say haw-lay, which is H-A-L-E, and so I thought maybe I should clarify for everyone, just in case you're not sure what that means. But tutu is grandma in Hawaiian, and haw-lay is home. So tutu's haw-lay tutu's haw-lay means grandma's home. So just a little bit of information for those that did not know. So today I am pulling out this whimsical journal that I had started as a part of a challenge with the group that I follow, Half-Ass Crafters. For September, it was whimsy. So to come up with something whimsy. And I see that everyone's posting theirs and mine is still not finished. And I think it was a little ambitious of me to try to do a whole journal. But I want to get it finished, and keep in mind, this is not a typical journal that I would do. This is not typically the kind of papers that I would choose or the things, but I'm trying to go with the flow. I will probably not ever do another whimsy one like this, but again, never say never, because you never know what's going to happen in life. You know, if you'd asked me 4 years ago if I was going to be living in Hawaii, I would have said no, but here I am, full of the grandkids, so we're going to make the most of it, even though moving from a home to an apartment has been a huge change, and I'm continually running out of space and trying to find places to hide things, and yeah, it's always a unique challenge, especially now. Well, let's just be real. I've been pulling out all my scrapbook stuff that have kind of been hidden for at least 10, 11 years. And, well, yeah, because my granddaughter's 11, and I think the last scrapbook I did was when she was a year or so old. So it's been a while. But anyway, my point with that is I'm pulling the things out, and I just don't have room for them up here. So I'm trying really hard to be creative in stashing the supplies, because another thing I know about me is if it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and I end up going and buying some more. Or anyway, let's get started, and I'll try to keep chatting as we go. So I had put this journal together. It was supposed to be a quick, easy, and what I think I'll end up doing is offering it to one of the grandkids, because it definitely is going to be geared more towards kids. This was a watercolor that I had played around with, nothing special, but I had added in here, and then I went through, and I basically have two digital kits, whimsy digital kits that I pulled from Etsy. One is by, let me see if I can remember this, Designs by GandTart, and then the other one was BontikVintageDesigns Whimsical Halloween Junk Journal Kit, or Scrappy Halloween, something to that effect. So this is from G&T, and it was just whimsical, like flowers, and they had houses and fairies. So on this first page, I had started doodling. This is scrap paper that I had put in the journal. So I evidently had been doodling or messing around on paper and then put it in the journal. This is one of the digitals. And then I made a little tag, which I can later put a hole in, maybe some ribbon or something, so that whoever gets this, they can journal if they want to journal without it being seen. I did do some stamping. But basically what I'm going to do today is I've been collecting things as I go, and I would like to get some of this put into the journal so that I can wrap this up, post it on the Facebook group, and move on to So this I was going to put in here for another place to journal or to draw. Both of my grandkids do love art, and they both do like to create their own. I have noticed that my grandson tends, when he's not hyper focused on video games, which his parents tried to limit that, but he likes abstract art is where I was trying to go with that. He's actually made a couple of really cool photos, and his parents have one of them framed. I believe it's still on his, hanging in his room. But really cool art. Actually, I haven't been up in his room in a while, so I'm not 100% for sure, but pretty sure. Okay, so I made this little tuck spot for the journal to hold this in. I did some stamping on here, but I have other pieces. And the way I set it up is it has two signatures, and the first one was going to be based more on Whimsy. And the second one in my mind when I was doing this was going to be more geared towards October. So I have been kind of sliding things in here throughout the month. This is another one from the GNT, I think it's GNT, or Designs by GNT. So I was going to take, and I keep putting this lid back on. Try not to let my glue dry up. It's going to take and try to make this like a little flap that you could flap open. If I remember correctly. Some of the stuff I put in here so long ago, I'm probably going to forget exactly what I had in mind for it. But I think, yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to line the wires up with these trees. And then I'll try to smoosh this out a little bit. If you guys don't know, this is originally I used to decorate cakes. Well, I still have. I just did one for the grandson, and his birthday's in September, and then the granddaughter's is in July, so I'd made them both. But this is called a cake scraper. And I know I've seen on other channels where people ask what this is. I've also seen on Nicole Relax Cut Glue, she was saying that you can get them at the dollar store in a package of 2. So that's a good deal probably compared to what I probably paid for mine. I probably bought mine in the cake spot, I'm sure. I've had it for a while, so I can't say exactly for sure. I added this little bird. I have several of these little birds from one of the kits. Put a butterfly on his head, added a fairy with a pumpkin. I just thought if they're all hanging out in the tree, why not? Put a moon. Did some stamping here. Let's see. Oh. I was thinking about, I never decided for sure about adding him here just because I thought he was kind of cool looking. This is not typically a design that I would do or go out of my way to make. Again, I was just focused on trying to do something whimsy for the Half-Ass Crafters group. So I guess I'm like Laura would say. She has a YouTube channel, Half-Ass Crafters. She would say I'm right on the dime, right on the spot by having it half-assed done. Anyhow, okay, we're gonna make a little tuck spot for this so that, again, if they want to journal or draw, they can on the back of this. Should I put him here? I would love it if you guys could answer me. Or if we were crafting together. Let me try to distress him, make him look a little more vintagey to kind of go along with everything else in this. Guess I tried to have a lot of things done off camera. I have decided that I really enjoy doing things like watercolor, and now my most new favorite thing is jelly printing. To me, that's a lot of fun, and you can come up with an abstract. Actually, I think I have, yeah, here's one that I did not too long ago. This is 2 different prints, but you can also like layer the techniques, which is really cool. So again, the only reason I'm showing that is it's my new favorite pastime. I don't always I don't normally turn the camera on. What I was beginning to say is I'm trying to get past the fear of worrying about what it's going to turn out like, because it is just art. So if we don't start and create, then we'll never know what we're going to have, right? And it's not like it's not like I'm trying to sell it for a bunch of money or put it in a museum or hang it in my house. Most of it's just, I really find it relaxing to craft and create. I'm sorry, guys. There's a fly in here and it's bugging me. It's hanging out on my shoulder. I hate it when I might have to stop this just to go chase the fly. Okay, we're going to put our little Mr. Cool Cat over here. Just for looks, and then if they want to cover over him, then they can be my guest. There's no rules. No one's gonna take them to jail or not breaking any laws. But don't you think he's cute? He is kind of Mr. Cool Cat, isn't he? And I think if I do this right, he'll just fit on this page. Yes. Oh, the fly. I might really have to stop this to get the fly. Yeah, I actually turned the air on today because it is so hot. I was actually sitting there at work. I just got off and was trying not to fall asleep. Wouldn't that be horrible? I have fired people for falling asleep on the job. Well, not falling asleep, but sleeping on the job. So anyway, that was my long way of saying, or me trying to make an excuse for turning the air on. I bet most people are starting to get their fall clothes out and their sweaters and their long pants because they're probably feeling more fallish weather. Oh no, it ripped through. Did not mean to do that. Oh well. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Here's another little bird. Was I thinking about putting this here? That would be my guess since it's sitting here. And do I have a tag to put in it or something to put in it? That's not quite big enough. I wonder, no, I don't like the white. Looks like I never finished gluing this together. Okay, we're gonna put this, oh, maybe I left it because there's something on the back. We're gonna go ahead and put this here. All right, let's see what we have to go in here. Well, this is way too big. I think that doesn't look right together at all. Not that it has to be. Let me see. Do I have something? I'm gonna cut this out right quick. So I've really been trying to get up my nerve to vlog. I don't know why that's such a scary concept. But then today I was thinking, well, would people even be interested in that? I mean, watching me walk around with a camera. I know I personally watch a few people that vlog, and I feel like I'm a part of their lives most of the time. Or not that I'm a part of their lives. Let me retract that statement. It's this, I like it. One of them is a young family, and I really like to see how far she's come in life and how she's taken her YouTube channel from, you know, hardly any subscribers to, oh my gosh, she's at close to 200,000, I think now. And just, it's by hard work, because guys, it is not the easiest thing to do, to create the YouTube video. And then if you're editing, one of the reasons I normally just keep this on my hands and try to keep it short is so that I don't have to go through and edit a whole bunch of stuff, and I can just post it for the most part. But when you're vlogging or doing a day in the life, or, you know, this other couple I watch who's, they're keto, which basically means they eat low carb. Now they're trying to do a little bit of protein sparing modified fasting. But my point is, it's a lot of work to record, to upload, and then if you have to edit, you're adding a whole nother element to it. So I get it. It's a lot of work, and I honestly wish I could just do this full time. You know, create, craft, film, get other friends involved. One of my friends that I used to be, we lived across the hall from each other, or in the same stairwell, and she was from England, so she was British, and she has a British accent. And I started a Facebook group to go along with the YouTube. It's called Tutu's Haw-lay. And I reached out, you know, sent her an invitation, and she watched a video. But anyway, she was like, oh, I just love hearing you talk. And I wrote back to her and said, no, I'm the one that used to love hearing her talk because of her accent, British accent. Okay, I woke up with a really bad headache this morning. I went to get a tooth. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. I think I'll leave that. So the back, didn't even realize that was going to happen. That's a happy accident. I realized that my tooth, or they couldn't pull the tooth because it was too close to the abscess was too close to the sinus cavity. So I have to make an appointment with a surgeon, which they referred somebody, and I tried to call yesterday, and they have to check insurance and do all that fun stuff before I guess, because she was adamant. I had to email the insurance information a couple of times. First time she said she didn't get it, so the second time I emailed it to them and to myself, and I did get mine last night. So then I tried calling again today. Now, the girl I was talking to yesterday was so friendly. Well, the second girl I was talking to yesterday. The first girl, when I first called there, oh my gosh, she kept sighing and acting like I was just totally putting her out, and how dare I mess up her day, and so that wasn't much fun. So I was glad when I called back that I got the second girl, but then the second girl was not, could not get my, was not receiving my email. So this is where I wish I was sitting with a friend, because I would be asking about this time. I think if we're going with Whimsy, I'll just go ahead and go with this one. Make a little bottom band to, or bottom pocket to hold this tag in. So this is another tag that can be journaled on, or art on the back of it. This was a master board that I did. I think I did a YouTube on it too, because I was making it, the master board, just for this Whimsy journal. So I put a lot of different odd papers that I would not normally be drawn to. Hence the reason why you have the metal look and the, oh, this is a watercolor I did with some stamping. This is another watercolor. Just realized that. So I probably just made it scrap paper and made it into a masterboard. There. So my goal is trying to get this, get things inserted in here today, and then have a, I'm not sure why I laid that in there. Probably had a plan. But we could make an oddly shaped corner. Let me see if we can pull something like that off. So how far up? So probably to here. Oh, that didn't turn out right. And then if we do that, what are we going to put in there? Maybe some more flowers. Or have some little ones here. And do I even like, well, just go with it. Just do it. I want to try to get most of this done today so I can post my share on the Half-Assed Crafters Facebook group. So then I can move on to her next challenge, which I think is a nocturnal journal. I'm not sure if she wants everybody to try to do a journal. Because I have a few journals that I work on that are actually journals I'm using for, that I actually write in. Okay, so back to my tooth. Woke up around 2:30 a.m. my time with another headache, and I'm really starting to wonder if it's the tooth that's causing it. So I need something on here. This looks really plain, and I wonder if I have let's see, what else do I have here? Forgot about this pocket. Oh, let's see. Do I have a... I could put a bird. Let's put a bird. Mr. Top Hat or Mr. Beanie? Let's go with Mr. Top Hat. I printed these out on rice paper, so their texture is a little different. I mean, I don't know what else you would use these for except for something whimsy. Okay, there's Mr. Top Hat. Should we give him another friend? Oh my gosh, we should have used Mr. Cool. And we probably should have tried to grunge it up some. That probably would help a lot. Isn't it amazing what a little bit of ink on the edges does? Yeah, it's too late for that. Oh, I do like the way that calms that down a little bit, though. Okay, on to the next. Is there anything else stuffed in here? Now this is actually 4 pockets, and again, I don't think I glued it down. It would be nice if I had glued it the other way. Just put that aside for a minute. A little big. Oh, that's kind of cool. Could we make that work somewhere? It is a belly band. Okay, Tammy, get focused. Get this finished. I really just want to get this off of my desk so I can move on to something else. And now I'm going to have to find something nocturnal, unless I can make the second half of this a little nocturnal at the same time. Now that might work. I wanted to try to do some jelly printing today. I have some thoughts. Now the other day we went for a walk on the beach, and on the way back I'd pulled some really cool, not pulled, they were actually on the ground, but flowers and a couple of like fern-like leaves. I'm not sure what they're called. They're not ferns, but by the time I got home, I'd laid them on the table, and then took a shower, and I think we'd started breakfast, and by the time I got over to play with them, they were all dried up. The flour was so dried up, it was really not usable. Okay, where's the front of that envelope? Because I could put Mr. Cool Beans on there. Or I could put Mr. and Mrs. Cool Beans. Or Bug Eyes. I'll just wait to see where. I'm not quite feeling it yet. Okay. Now, I think what I was thinking about doing was because this could be another journal, place to journal or color. And I didn't cut these, but I guess I could cut them and just fill a page with them. No, let's go back to Plan A. Let me put this down here so maybe I can get it a little more even. Second fit. Yeah, if I do it right, it's barely on the side, right? Yeah, now we have another journaling card. Gosh, you guys, are y'all yelling at me that I keep forgetting to distress the sides? And am I getting on a camera? I haven't even been checking that. One of these corners works really well, and one of them does not work so well. And I never remember which is which. Maybe if I turn it upside down. My husband and I just finished watching Pacific last night. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's about the war and when the Japanese invaded. And we were on an island trying to defend ourselves, I believe. But anyway, my point with that was the boys that were going off to war, and they were just boys. They were, you know, 18 years old. And the war was really doing a number with some of them, their mental status. And back then, you know, I was watching this, back then, you know, you didn't bring attention to the fact that you were having difficulty mentally. Oh, I just cut his ear off. Oh, well. Didn't think that one through. Now let's try this again. Which one? Much better. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, and then over here, not sure why that's laying there. This is what I needed back here somewhere. Let's not overthink this. So the tooth, I really need to get the tooth taken care of. I had taken Tylenol this morning. It took me an hour or so to start feeling halfway better. And now I feel like it's wearing off again. So, what was your plan, Tammy? What was your plan? I do not remember. Sam, I am. Oh, this would be cute in there, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Now, I say this is for a kid, but is it going to be kid-proof by the time they pull and tug? And who knows? We're going with it. This is his little bat friend over here. And actually, maybe we should give him a house. This could be their little house. And, belly band. Yes. Yes. Do you think that will work? Yeah. Don't make it too loose. A little side tuck. Guess if you put it on this side, it would help keep it closed. Then you cover up the moon. I guess you're going to cover up the moon either way, aren't you? Okay, let's go ahead and make the corners first before I distress. Come on, why do you work on some and not on others? really need a stamp over here or something to liven this up a little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm already at 40 minutes and not close to being completely finished. So I tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this video up today. And then maybe I'll just include some of these things, and whoever gets this journal can just add to it themselves where they would like to put the stuff. And then I can call it done. That looks awful. And then next time, I'll try to have everything inked, so at least we're not taking up time doing that. Some of my washi tapes stick really well, and some of them not so well. And really, if I'd kept things separated, might have known, but I really want to say the ones that I've acquired from Temu, not so well, and if you want them to stay, you really have to put some more glue on them. Another thing is this crafter's glue. I'm still not sure why they call it. I've got the title Art Glitter Glue because it does not have glitter in it. My point was it stays or dries fast, but it does hold things better than glue sticks. From what I found with glue sticks, and I only just realized this recently when I was pulling out all my craft stuff, scrapbook stuff. Well, I guess it is craft stuff. Some of the scrapbooks that I had done in the beginning with glue stick are not staying. They're like coming apart. Okay, I think I'll just include all these little bits and bobs or whatever you want to call them and pass it on to the next person, even though I wasn't extremely happy with this cover. So one thing I was wanting to do was try to redo this cover. It just to me feels like it needs something. But anyway, there goes my ADHD again. For today, I'm going to put all this together, clean up my space, and we'll call this a day. So if you've watched my video and you've made it this far, I do appreciate it. I will try to remember to link the digital kits below. That I used in this project. Oh my goodness, I never put my little cat on. Where's... Oh, he's too big for that. Okay, Tammy, here you go again. I'll just include these things, and hopefully one of my grandkids will like to play with this. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps my channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. And oh my goodness, I forgot about the ribbon that I had found with the scrapbooking stuff. Okay, I may have to continue. That's what we could be putting on here, huh? Whoa. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but that is really bright. Okay, I will pass this on to them, and then that way I can be done with this one and move on to some more jelly printing. I also love to do watercolors, so maybe I'll come back on with some watercolors. The only thing is I'm really trying to step outside my comfort zone and not think that it has to look like a landscape or a person or a flower. I'm really working on the creative, let myself go and just create. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Give me a like and subscribe, and comment below if there's something that you would like to see. I know I'm really, thinking about doing vlogging. So maybe that would be something. But anyway, I also, if you enjoy watching, another thing I'll be doing a lot of is hauls. I hope to be doing that. My problem with hauls is I get so excited about the stuff that I start digging into it and then realize, wait, I didn't film that. But I do the same thing with crafting. So, okay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Give me a like, give me a comment, and until we see each other again, aloha, mahalo for watching, and have a great day. Thanks, bye.